Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I wanted to go ahead and talk about Love and Marriage DC. This is the reunion part one. Girl, the reunion was actually cute. Girl, like, the reunion was cute. I'm not, I'm not mad at the first part of the reunion. All right, so let's just get into it. What we always do when we talk about, these shows. Let's get into the fashions, the looks, right? Let me start off by saying that I thought, well, except for one person, girl, I thought that all the ladies except for one looked really nice. Um, I thought that, of course, Monique never really looks bad at a reunion. I don't even when she was on that other show. Um, I don't ever remember Monique looking a mess. From what I remember, Monique probably always looked the best at the reunions, even when she was pregnant, right? And I know sometimes, when you're pregnant, some people, you really probably can't or feel your best. You probably can't, give the look that you wanted to look. So, but even when Monique was pregnant, I don't ever remember Monique looking a mess. So this reunion was, wasn't any different. Monique looked really, really nice. I loved her dress. I wish she would have had on a different shoe, but Monique looked great. Ashley looked nice. I felt like Ashley's dress, the sleeve was ill fitting. I felt like it was a little too big. From what I saw on one picture, I think I saw online, she had like that has always been like, girl, my thing that gets me going. I felt like she had like a piece of fabric just sitting right here. Like when the girls throw a piece of fabric to try to give them like a train or I don't know, girl. But Ashley looked nice. Um, I didn't like the way her sleeve was fitting. Arena, girl, Arena was bad. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of over. I'm kind of over the whole glove situation. The first person that I saw, I'm not saying that she's the first person to do it, but the first person I saw, as of recent doing that look was Kim. Remember when Kim did the whole I think that was Balenciaga. I'm not sure. When she was like in the whole glove situation, the whole bodysuit from the gloves on down, right? So I'm kind of over it, but I have to say that Arena, she pulled it off. Like Arena, girl, Arena looked amazing. One thing about it, two things for sure. When it comes to Arena and the way that she looks and the way that she presents herself, you ain't gonna ever catch Arena slipping. Even when Arena be at the house, Arena still be looking together. That's one thing I'm gonna give her. Arena probably, I will say this much. This is probably the first show that I have seen in a very long time where the women, right? Because the women are usually I review shows like The Real Housewives. It usually like revolves around women unless it's like some love and hip hop type of mess. But this is probably the first time where I can honestly say like nobody just looked like a mess for their first. The first season is always kind of like the girls. They wigs don't be right. Sometimes their outfits don't be right. But I can say Monique never looked bad. It's some of her fashion choices wasn't the best this season, but for the most part, Monique never looked bad. Ashley never looked bad. Arena definitely never looked bad. I don't ever remember Winter just looking horrible, right? No tea, no shade. Like nobody ever just looked bad. I feel like this is probably the first time I keep losing my train of thought that like I can honestly say like the girls like first season I'm gonna say this much for a first season the girls were together. Yeah. Because usually the first season for the other shows, the girls, again, like the wigs don't be right, the makeup be a little bit off. But Love and Marriage, DC, the girls, they came. And the only thing I can think about, girl, it's probably just gonna get better from now, right? They were cute. But Arena, she looked really, really nice. Like Arena, she looked like she lost some weight. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that you look nice just because you lost weight, but she looked like she lost weight. Arena was together. I'm not mad at it. Arena looked good. I felt like Jamie looked nice. It looked like Chris finally got a suit or a tux that looked like it was halfway fitting. And DJ Quick, he didn't look bad. I'll give, of course, the best dressed couple was not DJ Quick, was Arena and Jamie. You know, Arena and Jamie, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They give me a lot of smoke and mirrors. I feel like they try to cover up the fact that, girl, they probably a mess of a couple. I know that sounds so mean, but I think that when it comes to their marriage, it's not the best, girl. I think that they cover that up by presenting themselves to the public as this together couple. So, like, when you see them, because a lot of people, we go by image, right? It's kind of like when you see someone that's a couple, you say, oh my God, girl, they look good together. So then you kind of probably forget everything else, or you may not have questions about how their relationship actually operates. I feel like that's Arena and Jamie. I feel like Jamie and Arena, they know they're a nice looking couple, and because they know their marriage is probably a hot ass mess, they cover that up with making sure that at least image wise, we always gonna look together. That's what I think. Anyways, girl. Girl, Winter. That's who I was about to forget. Winter looked the fool. Y'all know I love me some Winter. I love Winter. I don't care what nobody say. I love me some Winter. Winter looked like, Winter looked like, what did she call Ashley and Arena? The gutter Barbies, girl. It looked like it looked like the two evil stepsisters in Cinderella. It looked like somebody went to Winter and just ripped all her dress apart. And then, girl, before the reunion started, the gutter Barbies went and ripped her dress apart, right? And then before the reunion started, Winter had to try to piece it back together. Girl, I kept looking at it like, okay, it don't look that. I be trying to make myself like stuff sometimes. I was like, it don't look that bad. I was like, yeah, it do. Then I was like, it don't look that bad. Then I was like, yeah, it do. Girl, I'm like, girl, where did this glove come from? Like, where did this piece, it just seemed like a lot of pieces. Like they was trying to piece it together after Arena and Ashley whooped her ass in the back. Like, girl, we're going to whoop that old ass. And then, girl, Winter got her ass whooped. And then she had to piece her dress. Winter got her ass whooped. That's what it looked like. Winter got her ass whooped, and then she had to hurry up and try to piece her dress back together. I did not like Winter's dress. I did, girl. Anyways, child, Monique. Monique is a mess. Girl, Monique already trying to save face. One thing about it, two things for sure. Monique gonna always make sure she look out for Monique, okay? Before the reunion even got started, you know how Carlos goes around to the rooms and he talks to the girls and boys, and Monique was already ready to defend herself. I reached out to Winter like I always, this is what she said. I reached out to Winter like I always do. She never reaches out to me unless it's about contracts or the show. That's why I was so confused this whole season. She tried to paint this picture like we're BFFs. Just because we've known each other for 15 years doesn't make us friends like that. Which is true, but I also think, Monique, honey, you, from what I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a few months, right, since the show has been on. So I don't remember every detail. Monique, you tried to paint that same picture too. I don't know if Winter tried to paint the picture, but from what I remember, Monique, you were the one who kept throwing up that, girl, you and Winter have been friends for 15, 16 years. That was you. See, you know what I think the problem is? And I think this is across the board. Not just Love and Marriage DC. This is Real Housewives. This is Love and Hip Hop, all of them. The problem is y'all really don't be friends with these people in real life. And so they ask you, hey girl, do you have someone who you will want to, do you think is interesting enough for the show? Or the producers bring in somebody and then they say, hey girl, we need you to introduce this person as your friend. And so then you introduce this person as your friend, and now everybody thinking y'all friends, and then y'all fall out and then everybody looking at y'all like, girl, I thought you said that was your sister, girl. How you just fell out with your sister that easily, right? And I think that's probably what's going on with Winter and Monique. They really not cool like that. It's kind of like the girl who you met at the call center 15, 20 years ago, right? Girl, we used to work at the call center in collections 15, 20 years ago. We was cool. You know, now we done came up, we live a rich lifestyle. We follow each other on Instagram, we follow each other on Facebook, because we really don't hang out like that. You know, we might see each other once a year at each other's birthday party. Even then, because now we have families and kids, we might see each other once every 2 years. If I bump into her at the club, if I bump into her at the grocery store, hey girl, that's my friend, right? But like, girl, you're really not close like that. So maybe that's what it is with Monique and Winter, girl. They really not close like that. They just know each other from around the way. They probably was cool back in the day, and now it's just kind of like, oh, girl, that's still my friend, but girl, you really not friends like that. But girl, that's my friend. Girl, y'all gonna have to start telling the truth about how you know these people and how close you really are. Because Monique, you did look trifling this entire season, low key, high key. All right. Are the people mad at Winter for being a friend of the show, causing so much chaos? I mean, this is the thing. I think that at this point, you know, everybody, when it comes to these reality shows, which I low-key kind of hate this, I just wish people could be themselves. Of course, they have to have a villain of the show, and girl, Winter is the villain, excuse me, of the show. That's pretty much what it is. So either you're going to like Winter or you're going to hate Winter. I actually like Winter. Girl, I actually pretty much like everybody on the cast, honestly. So the reunion finally starts. Girl, I'm 11 minutes in and I'm just not getting to the reunion. Girl, the official part of the reunion. Okay, so how does it feel to be back on reality TV? That's what Carlos asks Monique. I love it. I just wish it was more context. You know, sometimes they only, you know, they can only show so much in the scene. So she was like, you know, she loves it, but she wishes it was more context to the scenes. Chris says that it's a blessing because I see what my wife has been complaining about. Monique lets us know that it forced them to talk because prior to taping, they really were not, you know, communicating. I'm going to defend Monique for a quick second, okay? And then I'm going to get into her ass. After sitting back and thinking about this, I think that it is unfair to Monique, to Ashley, but we're talking about Monique. I think that it is unfair to Monique or any other woman, but we're talking about Monique. Okay. I think that it is unfair to Monique for people to have a problem with Monique expecting more from her husband in their marriage. Monique feels that she's not being fulfilled emotionally. I saw a lot of people, even in my comments, online, Twitter, in my comments, basically saying, well, Monique knew who Chris was when she first met him. That may be true, but once I sat back and thought about this, from what Monique said, her and Chris been hunching for 16 years. Monique, from what I Googled, is 38 years old. So if you subtract, you know I'm not good at math, girl. Subtract 16 from 38. How old is that? That's 22. 22? So Monique was dealing with Chris when she was 22 years old. Girl, right? They say our brain doesn't even fully develop until we're 25. So I think that it is unfair for people to expect Monique to still accept who this man was at the age of 22 when she first met him. Whether she was a side chick or not, I don't know. They say Monique was a side chick allegedly. I don't know. But whatever though. It is unfair and not realistic for people to expect this woman to have met this man at 22 years old, right? They've been hunching for 16 years, been married for 10, and now she's almost 40, and now she wants more out of the marriage. Yes, Monique got with Chris, and Chris was probably the same nigga that he was today, like he was back then, right? But I think also when you're 22 and you meet somebody who's probably, I guess at the time Chris was playing football, right? Who's rich, you're going to let a lot of shit slide. You are. It's a lot of people out there in their 30s and 40s and 50s who let a lot of shit slide. So I don't think that we should say that Monique, she knew better. She knew how Chris was. Yeah, she probably did. But bitch, almost 20 years in a relationship, I'm going to need you to do better. Yes, I knew the nigga who I met when I was 22. Bitch, I'm almost 40. I'm gonna need a little bit more from this relationship. And the money is good, it's great, it gives us a certain lifestyle, but that does not mean that I should not expect more from my relationship or my marriage. And that's what I got to say about that. Um, Carlos says, with a lot of black men, they feel like if they take care of home, that's enough. That's the truth. Even Chris said out of his own mouth, I pay, make sure the bills paid. Ain't got nobody dropping ain't got nobody knocking on the door, dropping off no babies. A lot of men, even the ones who ain't got no money, but a lot of men feel like, if I'm taking care of the home, if I'm doing X, Y, Z, I ain't got no babies being dropped off, blah, 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 then girl, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. But a lot of people forget there's also an emotional connection, right? And if that emotional connection is not there, then it's a hot ass mess. No tea, no shade, but I was talking to someone and, they were telling me that, it's been times in their relationship, their marriage, where they could be at home, right, with their husband, and girl, they don't even talk. They just there, right? But you got a good life. Your bills paid, right? Ain't no bill collectors calling your house. But girl, you're in a marriage. You're in a whole marriage, and girl, nobody's even communicating. He downstairs in the basement watching TV, and child, you upstairs, girl, watching TV. All right. Anyways, Monique makes a point. People are critical of black men, and this is the truth. When it comes, I saw a lot of people. I don't think that, what I think it is? Monique is not, I don't think Monique is disrespectful. I think that Monique nags a lot. And even with her nagging, it's still some truth into what she's saying, but it doesn't take away that girl, she still nags a lot, right? So I don't even think, again, that Monique is disrespectful. I just think she nags a lot. But what she's nagging about is basically having an emotional connection with her husband. She says black men are protected in certain spaces, and this is one of those spaces, which is true. Because y'all, girl, it was a lot of y'all. No tea, no shade. It's a lot of y'all in the comment section. It's a lot of people on Twitter who are running to Chris's defense now, right? Because they feel as though Monique disrespects her husband. Does she really disrespect her husband, or is she expecting more from her husband? One of y'all asked me would I put Chris in my top 5. Hell no. Girl. I don't think Chris is a horrible person. One of my top 5 is Barack, Papoose, Prince Harry, Dr. Francis, and Russell Wilson. No, Chris don't make number 6. Girl, I'm just saying that girl. I can see that girl. He's not as bad as I thought he was. Anyways, DJ Quick and Ashley. This review is getting too long. We gotta hurry up. DJ Quick and Ashley. He tells a story about how he went somewhere to work and somebody referred to him as that's Ashley's husband. Okay, girl, whatever. DJ Quick, I will give DJ Quick, a round of applause. At least he is, coming to terms that he, does not want to pass on what was passed on to him. He told a story about his son, I think, not making a basketball team, and his son didn't want to cry in front of him. Because, DJ Quick is not the most emotional person. DJ Quick saw his mama in a casket and he wasn't even allowed to grieve. And he was a baby. He was a child. He was like 9 or 10 years old. Even when his father died, I think he said that he didn't really grieve his father. So it's not really DJ Quick's fault, because I think that a lot of us, whether you a black man or a black woman, if you cry too much, people gonna talk about you. If you don't show emotion, people gonna talk about you. So I think just as black people, like when it comes to like certain emotions, especially if it's an emotion for men now, if it looks like you're weak, girl, we just don't show it, right? But anyways, he said he hugged his son. His son started crying. He said he didn't necessarily cry. But you know, it's steps. You know, so I shout out to DJ Quick for at least recognizing and trying to be better, right? Um, Ashley, I think I got a soft spot for Ashley. I really do. I don't know why, but I have a soft spot for Ashley. I think because when I hear her story, and even with Ashley, like the heifer been through a lot. Like she was depressed. I'm not gonna say she's been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I guess if you compare it to other people, but like she really never had a chance to really live. She was in a relationship. She been with DJ Quick since she was what, a teenager, 18, 19. Was married by 21, had a child. So she never really got to live. Then she was depressed, had to drop out of school a couple of times. So I'm actually happy that Ashley is now able to get some of the limelight on her. Even though, you know, I still think that DJ Quick, let me shut up. But she talks about her situation with depression and how she's always, pretty much, you know, she never just really had a chance to live. Would she marry DJ Quick at 21 again? No. Okay. I don't think nobody should be getting married at 21. Girl, you just legally started being able to drink. Girl, you trying to attach yourself to somebody? Jamie and Arena, is Jamie controlling? Jamie, of course, he start making excuses. It's just the way I am. Not saying it's right. It's just me. So pretty much Jamie letting us know, girl, controlling or not, I ain't changing. Girl, I ain't got time. Girl. Arena, he says Arena was in debt. I mean, shout out to Jamie. He says Arena was in debt when he first met her. He paid all her debt off. He said, I created the person she is now. Create. And Arena agrees. He created me. He created you. Maybe it's the word created that I don't like. I mean, we can't take away that Jamie, you know, helped Arena. Clearly, he paid off all her debt. But to say you created someone, it didn't even sound that bad when Ashley said well, it does sound bad because at the end of the day, girl, the simple fact you saying you raised your husband, girl, hello. But even with that, it sounds horrible. I think she used the word she feel like she molded this person to be. Molded, it still sounds horrible because, girl, you're a wife and you're pretty much saying, girl, you had to get this man and raise him and mold him. But it doesn't sound bad as created. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Is Jamie abusive? Arena says no, right? I think Arena and Jamie lie a lot when it comes to their relationship. I do. I think at this reunion they came in making sure that they were on the same page. I think the most honest couple, the most honest person on the show is Ashley, one. I think Monique, when it comes to her relationship with Chris, I think Monique is honest. You may not like her delivery. You may not like what you see, but I don't think that takes away from her being honest in her relationship. Ashley is probably the most honest. I don't think, when I look at Arena and Jamie, they just give me a lot of smoke and mirrors. That's what they give me. Is he abusive? She says no. Ashley, yeah, don't touch me. Because you know when he touched her face. Stuff like that, it does drive me insane too. It's no different than when Chris told Monique to hush. Girl, you really just told this girl? I'm sorry, you really just told this grown-ass woman to hush in front of like a table full of people? Like, that's disrespectful to me. It's disrespectful to grab your spouse's face. No different than like when, remember when Tisha did it on Love and Marriage Huntsville? And even I was like, yeah, Tisha, you ain't got no business grabbing. I don't give a fuck if it's your husband or your wife. Don't be grabbing nobody's face. That's the problem with people. Okay? Now I fucked around and got mad. Like when Tisha grabbed Marceau's face and I was like, Tisha. But yeah, anyway, my alarm went off. But yeah, like when Tisha grabbed Marceau's face, like that's not cute to me. And it's not cute when Jamie did it to Arena. I don't give a fuck if it's a man or a woman. And so Ashley chimes, I don't know if she chimed in, but Ashley chimes in and says basically, yeah, don't touch me. I'm with Ashley, husband or not, don't grab my face. Girl. Especially in a room full of people. Jamie don't care. When Arena was communicating with the other men, he basically says he lost it. One of the guys that he was that Arena was communicating with was a friend. He says that he lost it and he was almost ready to go to jail. I don't know if he meant like he was gonna kill somebody or girl if he was gonna whoop somebody's ass. Um, he said it was the audacity and the disrespect for me. Jamie, shut the. I said it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. Jamie, I don't know this to be factual, but girl, we're not gonna play this game. You've been out there in them DMV streets slanging dick. May not have been as of recent, but it kills me how you can be out here and fuck bitches, but Arena communicates with someone, and yes, one of the guys was your friend, and you ready to go to jail. And just like Arena said, the part that we're leaving out is, girl, I did that in response to what he was doing when he wasn't coming home until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Basically, when Jamie was in these streets, right? And I've always said this. Of course, women cheat first. Don't get it twisted. They do. But I feel like, based off of the conversations I've had, whether it was with coworkers, friends, family members, whoever it was, girl, if a woman steps outside of her relationship, I can guarantee you it's because the nigga stepped out first. She just following the leader, okay? Anyways, does Arena paint Jamie to be a bad husband? He says yes. I don't think Arena paints Jamie to be a bad husband. I think that when Jamie and Arena first got onto this show, Jamie had an expectation that they would try. Because if you think about it, when the season first started, Jamie and Arena really were trying to keep their business on lock. It wasn't until Arena finally kind of just was like, okay, girl, listen. We've had issues here, there, and here and there. And Jamie kind of got upset. Because Jamie know what the fuck he been doing. Jamie know. Arena not making you look bad. I'm basing my opinion, girl. Of course, based off of the things that Arena has told us. But girl, those are the things that your ass did. And I'm also basing it off of what I've seen on TV. That ain't got nothing to do with Arena making Jamie look like a bad husband. If we think that you're a bad husband, it's because, girl, I think that just because Winter comes out. I like Winter. And like somebody said on Twitter, Winter is good with her words. She will play the word game with you, okay? One thing I do like about Winter, Winter can know she's in the wrong, but she's not going to. She'll agree. Yes, you're right, but so she's not gonna give you a reason to like call her out because she's agreeing when you call her out and she knows she's wrong, which actually isn't a bad thing. Because because I think a lot of people, even when they know they're in the wrong, they still want to admit that they're wrong and they'll just keep going back and forth. Winter, you can call Winter out and be like, girl, you said X, Y, and Z. And you know what? You're absolutely correct. And then we all sitting there like, oh. Winter. Is Winter a relationship coach? At the time of the show, Winter was. But now, Winter has transitioned from being a relationship coach to being like a spiritual coach, a minister. Girl. Okay. This is the thing. And I think that two things can exist at the same time. Was Ashley rude? At the time, I said that Ashley wasn't. Did I say Ashley wasn't rude? At the vegan dinner, when Winter brought up Kevin and all that stuff. Was Ashley rude in the way that she was talking to Winter, or I guess asking the questions for Winter to answer? I'm not going to say that Ashley was rude, but I could see how it could be problematic, right? Because this is the truth. If you're sitting there and I'm telling my story, and then even if your questions are valid, because to me, everything Ashley said at the table was valid. It was true. But that doesn't mean that a problem can't be created from what you're saying. Because everybody else sat there and was silent, right? So if I'm sitting here telling you my story and you start asking the questions and I'm getting irritated, even though your questions may be valid, that does not take away from how the person receives it. Does that make sense? So you can be throwing it at me, but if I receive it a certain way, that's just how I receive it. Which then at that point, conflict is going to be created. Winter. Winter, 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 stormy, girl, weather, rain, girl. Listen, winter. You cannot talk about other folks' husbands, right? And then expect them not to bring up your ex-husband. And I get it, girl. That's a very sensitive subject because it's bringing up something that was probably traumatic in your marriage. This man had 2 outside kids, cheated with the nanny. So of course nobody wants somebody throwing that in their face, but girl, you got to watch what the fuck you say. Because quiet as it's kept, if you was talking about my man, the first thing I'm gonna bring up is a nigga who was slanging dick in your house with the nanny. It might be wrong, right? And we shouldn't be throwing dicks in people's faces. But bitch, if I know that's a soft spot, bitch, I'm gonna get your ass up off of me. And that's pretty much what Ashley did to her. Like, you want a joke, and even if it is a joke, right? This is the thing. We can joke, and I've said this before on other reviews. We want to throw shade, right? And then we want to tell the person who the shade is directed to on if it's shady or not. So like if I'm talking to somebody or somebody talking to me and they shade me, you can't then come in and say, oh girl, she didn't mean it like that. Because bitch, she wasn't even talking to you. She was talking to me. I'm using my measuring stick on how disrespectful I thought it was or how shady I thought it was. And if I think it's shady and I come back and chop her off at her knees, then bitch, that's just what it is. Okay? So you could sit here and say I was just being funny or it wasn't that big of a deal or you know, you didn't really speak about, but girl, you did call that man DJ Fun Size. You did call Jamie Red Light Special. So if they come back and then take digs, even if it's at your ex-husband, you can't then turn around and be like, you can't talk about my husband. About why the fuck I can't? Anyways, y'all know I'm long with it. Let's move on. But Winter is right. Here we go. This is how Winter is with her words, okay? Ashley did say at that dinner they had, the meetup luncheon with her, Arena, the other girl, I don't know the other girl. I can't remember her name. They did have a meetup. And Ashley did say, I think I'm correct, that she's basically was like, oh, I've heard rumors about Quick too. So Winter responded, if y'all go back and watch the review, Winter responded and she basically was like, girl, all I did was repeat what you said. See, that's Winter playing on those words. Because technically, she could say, all I did was repeat what you said. You said you heard rumors. I said I've heard rumors, but now you mad because I'm saying I heard rumors. But you already said you heard rumors about your husband. So quiet as it's kept, why the fuck you mad at me? Because you said you heard rumors about your husband. I said I heard rumors about your husband, but now you mad because I'm saying I heard rumors about your husband. And somebody hearing rumors about your husband is not the same thing as calling somebody a cheater. That is the truth. I didn't say your husband was a cheater. I said I heard rumors of him cheating. That's not the same thing, y'all. I'm sorry. That's what Arena was like. That's the same thing. No, it's not. Monique is trifling, y'all. When it comes to her friendships, Monique is trifling. Monique was throwing Winter all under the bus, girl, and hopping in that hoe and running her over. Girl, if Winter come back next season, which she need to, she better be on. Girl, fuck Ashley, girl. You better be on Monique's neck, cause that's who deserved it. Quiet as it's kept. Monique says, I never knew you to be this person. I told you I was going to talk to them. Monique, girl, you telling Winter, and Winter is right. She said this too. I'm having a conversation with my friend. I'm not, and we know it's a TV show, so that the girl's going to see it. But you let the girl see it. You don't need to go back and tell them shit. I'm having a conversation with my friend. I'm not expecting you to go back and repeat what the fuck I said. Now, even if Monique told Winter, I told you I was going to go talk to them, that's not the same thing. Even if you told me, okay, girl, well, I'm going to go and talk to them, I'm still not thinking in my head, bitch, you going to go back and repeat everything we said at the kitchen table. Monique dead ass wrong. Was Arena playing both sides? No, Arena was not playing both sides. Monique was playing both sides. Okay? Hello, somebody. Arena wasn't playing both sides. Just because she asked Winter, how are you and Ashley doing, that doesn't mean she's playing both sides. Again, the girl who was playing both sides was Miss Monique Samuels, a.k.a. Hazel. Okay? What makes you say Jamie and Quick are cheating on their wives? Then it went to commercial break. Do you know things about Quick and Jamie? Winter says yes. Girl, and that's when, girl, let me tell you something. One thing about it, two things for sure, baby. Girl, you know I love me a ignorant diva. Baby, when Ashley started cussing Winter the fuck out, I'm not gonna lie, I was hollering. Girl, when Ashley told Winter, tell your toothless friend. When she said, tell your toothless friend to keep my fucking name out of his mouth, I said, oh, baby. Winter, you in danger, girl. Winter, you in danger. I think Ashley pulled out some cards, too, at one point. Yeah, Ashley pulled out some cards at one point. DJ Quick started getting upset, and this is the thing, right? DJ Quick was doing a little too much. He should have just let Ashley handle Winter. Because Ashley don't need no problem when it comes to Winter, okay? Ashley don't need no help when it comes to Winter. So, for Chris to have to tell DJ Quick that he needs to basically watch his tone, that's a lady. Quick, we ain't forgot. Not Quick. Chris, we ain't forgot about how you got on live and said that if you was a transgender woman, how you would slap the shit out of, break Giselle's neck, slap the shit out of her, body slam her, whatever you said. So we ain't forgot, Chris. But I guess Chris saying I learned my lesson. I'm trying to teach you because you don't want to go down the wrong road. DJ Quick was very, very excited, right? He was doing a whole bunch of hollering. Ashley was, like I said, Ashley didn't need no help when it came to Winter. DJ Quick just should have said that because it makes DJ Quick look bad, in my opinion. Because now you have this woman on the other side who's really not even hollering and cursing, right? Winter wasn't hollering or cursing, right? So now you got the wife and the husband doing all of this, right? And the husband, he's talking about bitch, bitch, bitch. I thought he called Winter a bitch too. And I get it. I'm the last person to be talking about anybody calling somebody a bitch. But, sometimes depending on your delivery, our bitch, the gay bitch, ain't the same thing. Because bitch for us is like girl. Sometimes it can be disrespectful depending on how you say it. But once I watched it back, I don't think that DJ Quick was calling Winter a bitch. I'm hoping he wasn't, because there was a whole bunch of hollering going on. I think he was talking about the guy who Winter supposedly fucking, but she claiming she absent. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Do I think that Winter knows something about DJ Quick and Jamie? Absolutely. I don't think Winter is lying at all. At all. And do I think that Winter over there hopping on the dick and doing a full split trying to act like she absent? Girl, yes. Girl, I said, girl, here we go, Phaedra Parks. I don't think Ashley is lying about Winter, girl, hopping on the dick and doing a full split. And I don't think that Winter is lying about having some receipts. Now, I don't know how far these receipts go back. I don't know what these receipts say. But I don't think that Winter will pull a Mariah Huck. I'm hoping she wouldn't. But you never know, because again, Mariah did the same thing and she ain't have shit on Dr. Damon. Just sit up there and straight up told the whole ass lie. Right? Well, I'm talking about Married to Medicine. Y'all got to keep up over here. So I don't know what type of receipts that Winter has seen, but I think she done seen something. I really think she done seen something. A part of me, I'm gonna be honest, a part of me feels like whatever she's seen about Quick is probably old as fuck. But she did say she knows something that Arena and Ashley don't know. For some reason, I feel like whatever she saw about Jamie is probably recent. Now, how recent, I don't know, but I think it might be recent. DJ Quick might be clean, but I think Jamie might be a little bit dirty. Anyways, girl, this review was extremely too goddamn long. I'll talk to y'all girls later. Bye.